Alright, we're back onto our FXR here. I'm going to try to get this knocked out here before it gets too dark out. It'll be dark. It's actually sun out for once when I'm starting to work on this thing. So we're going to try to get it done today. So right now we need to pull the carburetor off and clean all the crap out of it and rebuild it. The light's off again. There it is. So I know it's full of gunk in there because it doesn't run too good. So we got to pull that all off and work on that, and then I got to finish putting the rest of this junk on, and I got to tighten the handlebars up so they don't move back and forth. And we already got a new seat put on here, or a reupholstered seat. So now it actually has some cushion to it. Doesn't feel like you're sitting on a brick. Okay, so we're gonna pull the carburetor off right now, and we'll come back, I guess. You don't need to watch me take the carburetor off. So we'll be back. Alright, carb's off. Maybe I should have videotaped taking this piece of crap off. It definitely didn't come off easy. So all the rubber stuff's really old and hard here. Come on, light. So this rubber, once it broke free, is now loose. So it's probably a vacuum leak. The rubbers in here are probably older than hell also. They're probably going to leak. This hose is petrified. And the fitting out of the petcock came out. I was pulling it so hard to get the damn hose off. Petcock came apart. So that's up in here. So that came apart. So now I need to put some Loctite on this, shove it back up in the hole, and then let it set up. Hopefully that'll be good. Meantime, I gotta cut the hose off to get that off of there. So more stuff that didn't come off easily. So as usual, these projects escalate. These bolts are in there so damn tight. They obviously had Loctite on them or something. Definitely corroded in there. They came out really hard out of the carburetor. So this is our carburetor. Got the petrified remains of the bolt stuff coming out. So this thing is definitely old. See where you look, you can see stuff that looks like it's petrified on there. This hose is old too. Everything's old. Alright, we'll go ahead and tear this thing apart, clean it up a little bit, put some new parts on the inside that need to be replaced, and make it better. Alright, what to do with my screwdriver? I need that. This probably needs some help too, I'm sure. If you can't feel the rubber above the surface, it's probably leaking. If it's really holding hard, it won't be very compressible either. That usually means it's leaking. Yeah, definitely leaking. More junk to work on. All right, let's see what we got here. First thing is, get this damn thing out of my way if it'll come off. And it won't come off. It means I gotta work around it now. Center pump's under here. You know it's gonna be all plugged up and crusty. So you might as well just pull it out right now and be done with it. Get a good view of my arm there. Further range, see better maybe. As bad as I thought it would be. It's not all rusted, that's a good sign. There's a ball right there and a spring over there, don't lose them. Smaller screwdrivers. Pull out your little springies. Seals are all going to be old. If you don't replace them, they're going to leak, so you replace them. using that. New ones in here also. So you try to get underneath the rubber. So you get in there by pulling the rubber up a little bit. Don't damage the phenolic material space or the block though. As you get under it, you can pull it. Alright. Pull your idle mixture screw out. You clean all these galleries out. Until they choke this move. It's a good sign. Tool bucket out. Steel hammer helps lift up off the table. Go like that. Pops it free. Pull it all out. There's your plunger. Make sure that's tight, but don't take it off. You don't need to take this stuff out of all in this. Don't go taking all your throttle and stuff out. You don't need to be doing that junk. We just need to clean out the stuff that plugs up and put it back together again. Don't need to strip the whole carburetor, every nut, bolt, and washer off the damn thing. It's not a good idea to put them in carb cleaner and let them soak overnight either. Unless you have to. A lot of times that does more damage than good. Okay, get all our screws out. Try to pop it free by pushing on multiple sides. It's common, but it's tight. It's hard to get a hold of it. There it goes. There's no ring right there, don't forget to replace it. Float needle's working, which is a good sign. We'll spray a little cleaner in there, kind of loosen it up, but don't get too caustic with it. You don't want to screw up the tip on it. Leave that together like that. These gaskets get pretty petrified on here. Get to free up a little bit. A small screwdriver or pocket knife. Across the surfaces and try to pull it off. If you don't tear it, it's easily reusable. Right here next to the low speed jet is the worst place to get it off. It's where the most pressure is. Just kind of go back and forth as you push it in, kind of wiggle around under there. So don't try to just rip and tear it. You will destroy it if you do. Okay, once you got that one all cleared up, comes with a bigger one. Try to get the lift up. It's tight on the jets. Alright, that was reusable. Didn't tear it. So pump rod. Little rubber boot over here. If you're going to use a lot of caustic solution, pull it off. If you're not, leave it alone. It's probably pretty brittle. I'm sure this is going to be pretty well plugged up. Even if there's a hole through it, it's going to be all coated with this crap here. It'll be way smaller than it should be. Usually got to run a drill bit through them to clean them up. The solution doesn't get it all off. It still leaves a slime layer in there, which makes it the wrong size. careful you don't bend your tube. Alright, your spray nozzle. There's a lot of little holes in here. You gotta make sure they're all cleaned out. Same deal, you gotta run something through it like a piece of copper wire and run it back and forth a bunch of times. It won't really hurt the hole any, but it'll clean the crud out of it. Drill bits will actually cut metal if you're not careful, so they're not as good. Alright, well you go, that's about as clean as we're gonna get for now. Or strip down, I mean. So I just go in here and put a little carb cleaner in here, clean things up. Now, carb cleaner and brake cleaner are not the same thing, so don't mix them up. This is brake clean. It's made to cut brake residue off stuff. This is carb cleaner. I like Behrman's B12. It works the best. It actually, excuse me, cuts the carbon and crud and stuff and loosens it up and gets rid of it. Brake clean just cleans off the stuff on the surface. So we're gonna clean it with that. We'll be back. All right, we're back to my carburetor. Working the other FXR there for a little bit. So I got this stuff cleaned up pretty good. I brake cleaned the back outside of the carburetor, blow all the other stuff out the outside. And the final wash, to get the carb cleaner off, you hit it with the brake clean to car quest. Oh boy. To get all the rest of the residue off the motors. So it's a lot cleaner than it was now. So still dirty looking, but a lot better than it was. Okay, so the jets here, I'm going to go clean these up by running some drills through them. Get them cleaned up. The accelerator pump here cleaned up really good. It's nice and soft and pliable. So I think that'll be usable. It looks real nice and good. I don't see any kind of a crack or a slit or anything to make it leak, and it's softened up quite a bit with the carb cleaner on there. So good, and I've washed it in soap and water to get the residue off, so it should stabilize it, whatever it is. The O-rings, I'm putting new ones in there. The balls are kind of dirty. I'll look for some other ones, and the O-rings, I'll probably do some different O-rings. But these here, I'm going to go ahead and clean these up and get them, get the residue off the inside. The idle circuit we can't do much for, but we can definitely clean up our jets here. All right. Jets. Light. Drills. So the outside here doesn't really matter. You can see better. This outside means nothing. It's only about what the hole in the inside is that matters. And this is our real small drill set. There's the real dinky ones in there. So S&S goes by actual drill hole size. So those are usually 29.5s or something like that, or 31. So if I go over here and find me a 29.5 drill, which is a 29.2 is the second one here, we'll start with that. Seems to fit all right. You can also use a shank of the thing and rub on that too if you want. That helps a lot. Doesn't really hurt anything. It'll help clean things out. There's holes up in here or not? No, these don't have holes in these ones. There's the holes. Holes are down here. So those go all the way through. More on this way. So it's the shank I'm rubbing through right there. You flip it around, you get the drill bit going through. I'm just pushing sideways on the side of the drill, which is not made to cut on the side, but we're trying to clean any scum or junk off. And you go in all four planes, which means you go this way, up and down. Okay. And the number 3 drill. Which is probably 30 or 31 thou. Probably 31. Okay, that appears to be about what it is. It is now anyway. Okay, it's definitely got a clean hole. So I don't know what jet number is because it's too dirty to read, but looks like it's a 31. It might be a little bit fat. Definitely will not be lean. Okay, now the emulsion tube here. Should have some holes in here somewhere. There they are. So you make sure those are clear. We don't know what size they are. Just going to grab the biggest one I got. I'm going to use the shank and not the drill part. It doesn't want to quite go in. It's tight. Flip around the drill side. Definitely, there's a lip on the inside of the hole. You can feel it. It goes in harshly, but it won't go all the way through the hole. Looks like a little slag or something on the inside of the hole. We'll drop down one drill size. Should go all the way through now, no problem. Yeah, definitely didn't want to go all the way through, that's for sure. Let's try the shank part. Definitely got a tight spot in there. So my guess is they drilled this here afterwards, which made it put high lips on there. Flip it around. This one wouldn't go through, but it does now. Go back to our shank. Okay, those all go in there now. So those are, I can't read what it is. Too shiny down there. Probably in the high 30s though. Can't read it. Well, it's less than 40 because that's the smallest drill bit on this set over here. So it's probably about 38 or 39 thou. Okay, might as well run a drill down the center of this and see what we got going all the way through. There you go, that's a 144. See the fluff coming off. Just build up in there. Just rub it on off. See it all falling out there. So that affects your intermediate circuit being smaller there.
Hey, teacher.
Alright. You're interrupting me again.
Alright.
That one felt looser, bigger. That was 147. These are mixed. If I had to guess, those were mixed. If in doubt, measure 46, 46 and a half, 46 and a half, 46 and a half, 46. Appear to be the same damn size. These are the same size. These are not correct. This one feels bigger, so I'm going to put it here. There might be a half a thou difference between those two, and it's supposed to be 3 thou different. That means that replacement drill I got in there is wrong. This one's 2 thou bigger yet. See, that does not fit. Alright. Now we got this one. This is going to probably be something around a 70 thousandths hole. So here's a 70 right here. Appears to be working. Alright. So that's all cleared out now too. Okay, the jets didn't appear to be too gummed up. Except on the inside of this was pretty gummed up. A couple of these had little lips in there, but not too bad. Definitely these have lips on these. Alright, those are all cleaned up. Time to assemble.